NFL, and Josh Allen got a big weapon in Buffalo this offseason. DJ Moore, your guy from Chicago, he's in the building. Here is Josh Allen, really stoked about working with a potential number one wide receiver, DJ Moore.
It's been awesome. He's my locker mate. We go actually way back. We sat next to each other at the rookie premiere, signing Panini cards and autograph cards next to each other. He's really one of the guys, and obviously it's a really natural relationship that we have, and he fits in this locker room extremely well. I'm very talkative with the guys, and just very excited to work with him.
Yeah. Old cynical Jason didn't think this was going to work. DJ Moore is I'll say this. Chicago's going to miss him more than they think, and Buffalo's not going to believe how effective he is.
Very optimistic, very rosy.
Never misses a start. Tough, durable. Got a little frustrated in Chicago because, and I don't blame him, Caleb's learning the offense. Luther Burden, Colston Loveland became really big primary targets, so he felt sometimes a little lost. He ran a lot of routes. He was open and didn't get the ball probably as much as he wanted. In Buffalo, that will not be a problem.
Yeah, just a lot of newness in Buffalo. New head coach. Yeah, new number one wide receiver. Josh Allen is now a new father. He's had his first baby this offseason.
Yeah, new postseason results is what I see.
Oh, really? Wait, we sniffing a Bills Super Bowl? Really?
Yeah.
Are you on that?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at this. Let's take a gander at the schedule. Oh, my gosh. Holy hell, look at those first 5 games.
No, first 5 weeks are brutal. Then it softens up considerably. Oh, come on.
Okay,
End of the year, Jets, Dolphins.
Chiefs on a short week, looks like week 12?
If you get the Jets and the Dolphins twice, let's just put 4-0 down.
Well, they get Jets and Dolphins 4 times in the second half of the season.
Yeah, so let's put down 4-0 for that.
That's 4.
And then, and then, by the way, games like Minnesota, feels like a W. You can put that down. They get Kansas City at home. They get the Chargers at home. A lot of those tough games. New England at home. They're going to be fine.
Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, of course they're going to be fine. DJ Moore is in literal wide receiver heaven because he's got Josh Allen as his quarterback. Can you imagine what it must be like to be living in Chicago and dealing with all that and then having Josh Allen as your quarterback, the best quarterback in the NFL? Yeah, I think things are going to go extremely well. And I think DJ Moore is going to be extremely happy with what's going on in Buffalo. Being concerned about this schedule as well, is kind of funny to me because this is the Buffalo Bills. Like they actually compete with the tough teams. Like it's not one of those teams that are just like, we can win the bad games and, try our best against the good ones. Like, no, they're the team that people have to circle and say, oh gosh, we got to play the Buffalo Bills. Like so looking at a schedule, like when you're a certain level of team, and looking at the schedule of like how difficult it is like so someone a Broncos fan yelled at me. He's like, your takes there, you don't like respect the schedule, the strength of schedule, and you have no competitive fire or whatever, and it's like, what? You have it backwards. It's that when you're a team like the Buffalo Bills and your quarterback is Josh Allen, you don't look at a team like the Rams and the Patriots and the Ravens and the Chiefs and go, oh, no, we got to play them. It's like, you got it backwards. They got to play us. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. You want to talk about the first 4 or 5 games or whatever. It's like, yeah, the Texans got to face you. I understand the Texans, but you got to face us. The Lions, you got to face us. The Chargers, you got to face us. The Patriots, you got to face us. The Rams, you have to face us. That's what it's about. Colin's saying Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl. It's interesting. I find that intriguing. I think we will probably get one of the best seasons out of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Like with each take and video that I make, the more and more confident that I become in the Buffalo Bills. This is actually the most confident I've been in the Bills really honestly in the last couple of years. Really in the last couple of years. So, I mean, you want to talk about like short rest, Chiefs and whatnot. It's like, Bills get to play the Miami Dolphins, get to play the Jets and the Miami Dolphins and the Chiefs have to play the Cardinals. Oh, Jeremiah Love. Tough offense, Jacoby Brissett. I don't know, man. Maybe that and maybe that hurts the Chiefs more. Got to go on the road. So this is like we automatically look at some of these matchups and we're like we think it's a disadvantage for the Bills. And it's like no. And then again, you want to talk about like on at home, on the road, etc. And it's like you get to play in LA and in nice beautiful weather week 5 against the Rams. It's like Josh Allen, are you kidding me? Josh Allen got to play in a dome or perfect weather 24/7. I mean, snorts, who knows what his stats would be like. They would be overwhelming. It would be overwhelming. I don't care who the quarterback is for the Minnesota Vikings. Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz. It's like yeah. Feeling pretty good about the Bills. Feeling pretty good. Yeah. I think we're going to get just such a better more sound version of Josh Allen and the Bills. I think Brady and Josh Allen's relationship now that they're much more on the same page. Like it's kind of funny cause I disputed the comments someone said and on like NFL Live I think where they said like oh, you know, Brady is kind of like a peer with Josh Allen. And I was like no, he's not. That's kind of absurd. But now that Brady is the head coach and Josh Allen's obviously the quarterback there is a deeper understanding of it comes down to us. Like it is us too. Like this is it is. It is us it is up to me and you to figure out a way through it. It's not the case when he's not the head coach. It's Sean McDermott. And so there is a bit of a bridge in that relationship dynamic. Now, it's very much like the conversations between Brady and Josh Allen are very much going to be like it's us too, man. Like we are we if we're going to win, it's going to be because of us and if we lose, it's going to be because of us. Like this is it all comes down to us. And I think that's going to bode so well finally to have for Josh Allen to have that. For him to finally have that offensive head coach who's calling the shots. And yeah. I'm not even remotely leaving the door open for the Buffalo Bills to just not quite be the team that I believe them to be. I think this team is going to be incredibly competitive. I think we're going to get some of the best football we've ever seen out of Josh Allen. I think this offense is going to be way more disciplined, way more organized. I think the execution is going to be significantly better. I think it's going to be more balanced and I think we're going to ideally see more big plays that are generated or I don't even want to say big plays, but just consistent high-level football that's not just on the back of Josh Allen. That's not just on the back of Josh Allen, that it's going to be by design rather than Josh Allen constantly having just to do everything himself. So, I could not be more excited and I could not be more optimistic about the Buffalo Bills right now. It's funny to see people still try to give such pushback. Like every Buffalo Bills video that I make, I see so much pushback and they want to bring up the playoffs and this and that and it's just like, oh my gosh. I always find it fool. And then why? It's especially because it's the people that are trying to get pushback are the same people that are ultra positive about the Chiefs or ultra positive about the Raven and they're about the Ravens or the Patriot and it's just like, really? It's like that doesn't okay, sure. So, I think it's a great schedule, too. It's a schedule that's going to be battle-tested. Got some tough games that you know, I think it's also good to kind of put that film out there, give the team enough to work with. Bye is a little earlier than you would maybe want it to be, but nothing too crazy. And of course, you know, you're littered with a handful of easy games because it's the Jets and the Dolphins and it's actually kind of an interesting situation that the scheduling they didn't try to make it so that the Bills and the Patriots were playing the final game of the season. They pretty much conceded, you guys are going to be battling for this division probably, but like whatever. We won't make you play it at the very end. We won't do what we tried to do with the Rams and the Seahawks and the 49ers and the Lions and the Vikings. Like we're not even going to remotely attempt that, right? It's like you were going to set you up for a game where even if you have to win this game to solidify the 2 seed or something. Maybe not the 1 seed, but like even the 1 or 2 seeds. Like you don't even have to play your starters, and you'll still probably beat the Jets because the Jets will probably be in a position where they're like, oh yeah, we really want to lose because we're trying to lock up the 1 seed right now. The number 1 overall pick? Certainly not the 1 seed. Certainly not the 1 seed. But yeah, hey, the Buffalo Bills could be in a situation where they're like, we already have our seeding locked up. We got the 1 seed locked up or 2 seed or whatever. And we're going to let the Jets beat us because we want our 3rd draft, with their draft spot. So, yeah. I love from an entertainment perspective, I love this schedule. Texans, Lions, Chargers, Patriots, Rams. I love that. Are you kidding me? The first 5 games are all awesome games. They're all awesome games that we don't have to be like, oh, alright, it was against the Jets. Like, no, these are all awesome games. And then even against the Raiders is going to be really entertaining cause it's either Mendoza or Kirk Cousins, which would be fascinating. And then you have the Ravens, obviously, against Lamar, always fascinating. Mahomes, always fascinating. And then the final game against the Patriots. And you got the Packers. And I'm so excited against the Bears. One of the most annoying takes, I'll end here. One of the most annoying takes. And this is someone who's very pro Caleb and believes in Caleb. I cringe at the constant comparison of Caleb to Josh Allen. And I cringe at that. Now, some comps, but people do 2 different comps. The way how I typically use comps are just as to put a frame. I'm like, oh, it's like Mahomes or like Josh Allen. But I mean it as it's just like it's an example to it's a representation of, of this player to be able to just put a frame around it. So, we kind of know what we're looking at and what we're seeing. That's why I've said in the past like, oh, Bo Nix reminds me of Josh Allen. And I say he's like Josh Allen light, but it's like they're not on the same level, right? Like, let's be very clear about that. And then also, when I make comps sometimes, it's like we're just using it as a reference point. Like, oh, look at Mahomes' stats when he was, in his first 2 years. Let's compare it to Brock Purdy. People are like, you're comparing Brock Purdy to Patrick Mahomes? And it's like, no, it's just like you need like we're not saying they're the same, we're just using it as a reference point. You need a reference point. Otherwise, you're just out in space, in infinite darkness, okay? And you have literally no idea which way is up, which way is down, which way is left, which way is right. So, you need a reference point. But, the way that I hear the comps with Caleb Williams and Josh Allen are like it's like the same. And it's like no. No. For too many reasons to have to keep repeating. And it's ALS. Oh, not actually understanding just how special Josh Allen is. Again, it's not a knock on Caleb. I think Caleb is awesome and can really be an elite top quarterback in the NFL. But, it's like you're really shortchanging Josh Allen. And his special. And a lot of times when people freak out if you bring up a Purdy stats and compare it to like Mahomes or something, they'll quickly say Mahomes Purdy's not on Mahomes's level. Which isn't always an interesting framing. That's almost how it's always used when people don't like the comp. So, imagine thinking SOSO is on his level. And the way that I look at it as in at least in this situation with Josh Allen and some of those comps is like you're not actually appreciating just how special and how great and how elite Josh Allen is. So, it's not saying that Caleb is not on Josh Allen's level. That's one way of looking at it, of course, and it's not incorrect. But, what it's also really saying is like you're not actually really appreciating who Josh Allen is as a quarterback. So, that game Josh Allen Caleb Williams Buffalo Bills versus the Chicago Bears. Oh, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. That might be one of my most favorite games, favorite matchups of the season. For sure. And against Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams, gosh, this schedule is getting me too pumped right now. I love this schedule. I love this schedule. I am saying that right now. I absolutely, positively love this schedule. Really, essentially outside of the Jets and the Dolphins, I am excited for every single game that they're playing. Every single game that they're playing. Oh, we are in for a treat, man. We are in for a treat. Oh, man, I cannot wait. I cannot, it's really hitting me right now. Every single game except for the Jets and the Dolphins. Which will be nice cause week 17, week 18 going into the playoffs, trying to figure out, I'm sure there's going to be so many crazy other storylines to unpack, and it'll be like, okay, great. I don't have to watch too closely or take too in-depth of notes about the Bills versus the Dolphins or the Bills versus the Jets. It's like, okay, I'm a little relieved by that. Cause all these other games are going to be locked in. Oh, yes. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen? How do you think DJ Moore will fit in, snorts, with the Bills culturally, with the, from in terms of locker room presence and whatnot, as well as on the field? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Agree with me or disagree with Way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Omething that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.